Welcome to October, the wonderful month of the Libra and Scorpio. That air energy that encourages us to be not only free thinking, but adventurous, balanced, and fair. Letting our minds wander beyond the limits of what we think we know, and really exploring new frontiers in our mental capacities, in our intellectual pursuits. It challenges us to free ourselves from what limits the beliefs we already nurture within. Are you bringing in that air energy? Are you breaking free? Well, not only are you breaking out, but you're also checking in with your chest, your heart, closing your eyes, taking a deep breath, and seeing from our amazing selection today which calls to you. What makes your heart sing? What makes you just want to reach out and grab it right now? What do we have here? There is the Kunzite with the Victorian Romantic Tarot. We've got the Lepidolite with the Majestic Earth Tarot. There's the Apatite and the Golden Tarot. The Rainbow-Opalite with the Folklore Tarot. And last, but definitely not the least, we've got the Prehnite and the Tarot of Delphi. Which are you partnering with this month? And I will see you there. This is the Kunzite. What a great choice. It is for your heart chakra, your crown, but mostly the heart. It's a kind and gracious friend that's there for you during both great and, I would say, tougher times. It's got a goddess feminine energy to it, and it's quite supportive in your self-care. So it's there to remind you to give love to yourself, even when you don't feel like it sometimes. What a wonderful choice. Look at that. I really like how milky it looks. It's so dreamy. It's the best way I can actually describe it. And what is partnered with the Kunzite? There is the, look at this. What is this? Whoops, here we go. The Victorian Romantic Tarot. Now this deck has been around since 2012. Would you believe, right? It's such an insightful deck. It's a deck that I learned with. You probably have heard that before. So it's a gorgeous deck. It's so close to my heart, and it's the one that I read with the easiest. Now I can read basically any deck with ease, but this, it's like we're one. So let's see what your message is. The Six of Swords, the travel card, the Seven of Cups. Okay, beautiful. And then we've got the Eight of Swords in reverse. Now, what an interesting combination to have when it comes to the cards. And as you can see, there is a format, 6, 7, 8. You saw me, I was just shuffling it and picking it up, right? Look at that sequence is the best way to put it. A Six of Swords there is challenging you to actually move beyond your comfort zone, right? Remember, the Swords is the air sign in the tarot, and it's bringing a message to you this month about trespassing your frontiers, but not necessarily needing to have a plan with it. So it is challenging you to understand that sometimes you just need to break that barrier in your beliefs. What is something that you need to challenge? Perhaps it's even a relationship with someone else that you already, let's say you face some challenges in, and you can't seem to break away from it. Then try something different. Just the first step. You don't need to know what to do next. You don't need to know what to do in all your steps, right? But you must also understand how important it is to simply step into that new space. The Eight of Swords there really pushes that message home. It's telling you you are not as limited as you think, right? The Eight of Swords, especially in this position, is telling you that You may think you're bound. Look at her hands, right? There's a little binding there, right, with the ropes. And she looks quite hopeless, you know, a little bit musing. But don't be fooled. She's actually able to sit up, stand up, and walk away. So this imprisonment is an illusion. So do you think that perhaps you're trapped in the situation you're in? You're trapped in the current ideas and beliefs that you're in. You are not. So if you see here quite closely, they're just about to, I would even say, leaving the shore. And in that way, they're not far from land, not yet. So it is a message for you to simply breach that line. So let's say, for example, you already have a difficult relationship with a friend who you can't seem to set some healthy lines and limits with. Try a one talk with them, right? Assert yourself for the first time. You don't need to know what to do next. You don't need to, bring this complex plan to your friend, but try that one first thing that is new, right? Bring it up for the first time, right? Breach it. And especially with a Cups card here, there's so much confusion and chaos. Look at that, it's kind of creepy, this little face there in the water. Woo! But it's a reminder for you to take that leap of faith, right? That is all you need right now. You don't need anything further. Yes, I'm talking to you earth signs at the back who want to know step 1 till 10 right from the beginning. I know, I'm the same. But sometimes you really just need to take that first step into something quite alien for you, right? And you'll realize how easy it is once you do take that step. I can promise you that. So remember, in this journey, right, you need to break the limits first. And what is the partner today for the wonderfully romantic tarot that this is? We have the, what's that? There we go. We have the secret language of animals. Look at you, juicy. There is the giant panda. Oh, that's so adorable. I like how there's two animals. Gaia. And then the masked owl. Ooh, I don't see the masked owl quite often, actually. So this is a message of support from, where from? The universe, to encourage you to know how important it is to move with kindness. Move with kindness and understand that you are a person who already has their limits too. But when you take that step into somewhere new and you trust your insights, the universe will be there to catch you, okay? The owl is a guide. So if you find yourself feeling so nerved, yes, that's a good word to put it. When you're trying something new, bringing that first conversation with that person, ask for guidance. It will come to you in a sign. It will come to you in the smallest hints in your intuition deep inside. And this is not, and look at how comforting this is. It's not as difficult as you perceive. Perceive? Yes, it's not as difficult as you perceive it is. And really looking at this with Gaia, there's so much ideas and energy within you that's only waiting to be unlocked. So know that you are doing your best in the situation, right? It's all right to be nervous, and it's all right to feel at this unease. But know that once you cross that threshold, the universe will have your back. It will carry you through. Ask for a sign. If you feel like you're alone, if you feel like you're quite isolated in this action that you're taking, ask for a sign and you will be supported. All right? The giant panda, look at that wonderful, I can't read that unfortunately, but I'm sure it means something along the line of panda. My character reading skills are not the best. But the giant panda here, the giant panda is not you. You're the baby. and the world is holding you, the universe is holding you in its arms, and it's that reassuring smile to tell you. So what is it that you are breaking free from this month? Know that when you do cross that, you will fall and be caught in a kind embrace, right? The timing is right. That's why that harmony is there. That's why the colors are coming together. The universe wants you to know that it's time and it's ready for you. You already know what you need to know. You prepared as much as you could, and you already know how to use that wisdom. Sometimes knowing is different from doing, and the universe is confident in you that you can also now do the doing. So remember, keeping this in mind for this month, you are supported. Make those frontiers in your relationships, your ideas, your new ventures, right? You don't need to know the rest. Allow yourself to simply experience and understand a new environment, because that is what's going to refresh your energy. You can't think for more. You can't manifest more resources from where you are right now. It's getting a little stale. So challenge yourself, break free into that new frontier, into that new area that makes you so nervous, and you will be rewarded and supported along the way. What a wonderful message for you this month. Look after yourself. Make sure that your energy gets the refreshing that it needs from all this. And that, gently roll. You don't need to rush, right? Perhaps it's a little jump, but you don't need to be pushing yourself. I'll see you in the next month. Well, I see you picked the Lepidolite. Now this is a chunky one. I purposely chose a really big Lepidolite. When I first grabbed it, I don't know, I really wanted it to feel strong and really solid in my hands. Not that other crystals are not solid, but I don't know, something told me to get it big. And the Lepidolite is what I would call the lavender of crystals. It is for your crown chakra, but also your heart. Yes, it's there to calm you and your thoughts, to help you feel at ease when you are at unease. It's got a great calming effect, but it is also quite a great mood stabilizer. It is wonderful for sleep, for relaxing, and for calming down in general. So if you're feeling some anxiety this month, well, it's got you, right? The Lepidolite symbolizes the tranquility you need in your life. And what is accompanying this Lepidolite, this chunk? The Majestic Earth Tarot. You would have seen this, well, I guess a few times already. It's one of my favorites. Rather expensive, but worth it deck, I'm telling you now. So let's see what the message is for you this month. 1, the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. That's the Pentacles, by the way. This is stone. Got the Justice in reverse, and the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, you need some. No wonder you picked Lepidolite. Do you know why? The Lepidolite is such a relaxing stone, and all of these have something to do with your ease of mind, right? Understanding that right now, a lot of things feel like they've stalled, okay? And that they are just put on pause, and you're frustrated, and the journey, as you're trying to push and move forward, seems harder the more you push. And you're right, it does get harder the more you push, because right now is not the right timing. Keep that in mind for you. Right now is not the right timing. And so hold to your resources. Hold to your energy. Don't keep wasting it. Right now, the universe is calling you. The universe is calling you to pause. So listen to it and conserve your energy, right? Let yourself be in that moment to recuperate the energy you lost, right? Let yourself conserve that, because you were kind of wasting it not long ago, right? The journey will continue. If you look at this really closely, the journey will continue. Do not worry, okay? It will come. But even the greatest journeys that come need a break, need a rest stop, right? And look at that, a wonderful Four of Pentacles there. Your resources, your energy, your actual material, physical things that, you know, the time, the items that you need with your current goals are running kind of low. So let yourself rest. No wonder the Lepidolite is there. You're running around like a headless chook. And in a way, you already knew the signs before, didn't you? You saw and felt the signs that you needed to take a breather, right? Now let me just confirm that with you, because the universe is hoping to allow you to come back into your space. Now, remember that this represents that stability, right? It represents a foundation. So what is the foundation for you? Go back to the basics, all right? Right now, based on how well you know yourself, what are the few things you need to do right now? Maybe 1, 2, 3 steps that you need to do now to feel refreshed, to bring yourself back to center. Because, again, this is an air month. It's such a carefree month, but sometimes you lose yourself in all your ideas and directions. It's so easy to get lost in an air energy, right? Because it's exhilarating as it is kind of confusing, because it's so fast. So bring yourself back. What will make you feel grounded right now? What will make you feel like you, right? Go back to that. That's why it's that pillar. What are you as that pillar, right? Once you get to know yourself again, you will find the energy and the strength to push at the later time when things are ripe for you. Remember that. What comes with this? The Spirit Warrior Oracle. I really like that name. It's so feisty. Let's see what's going on here. And it's a double-sided deck, as you know. So we are going to look away. So if my hands look a little bit scattered, it's because I'm not looking, because I'm trying to pick the right way, okay? 1, 2, 3. I will rearrange this. Do not worry. Okay, what is this? So we've got the Mala beads. Oh, that's one. The meditation, self-care, right? Grounding. Do I need to say more? Right? What is, and it's actually focusing around a physical item. So what is something that you know will help you get to that grounded space? Perhaps it is Mala beads. Perhaps it's a crystal that you meditate with. Hey, where's your Lepidolite? If you have a Lepidolite, grab it now and sit there and meditate and come back to yourself. Right? So let yourself be at peace, right? See, step by step, the path is traveled, right? So it is there for you. Just because you're taking a break doesn't mean it all goes away. It will be waiting for you when you get back. What's this? The frame drum. Now, this is something actually quite new. Drumming is a women's role in many ancient cultures. Yeah, in Mesopotamia, yes, in Babylonia. That's quite true, actually. The historian in me remembers that. Hear your heart calling your name. See, your inner self, perhaps this is your inner child, is calling to you. It wants to get to know you again. It wants to feel united with you, that you're supporting each other. Do that. Meditate, ground, and come back to you. It calls you, you know. People always say, but I'm just me and I'm walking around. You're you in that physical body, right? But the spirit and soul that is you is not always 100% connected with who you are in the physical present. Like your mind, like your feelings, it can wander away, it can stray, it can be confused. So it's time to bring it back and unify with you. We've got the, what is this? The Reset, Rejuvenate, Be Strong, the Ashwagandha. Did I say that right? Ashwagandha. And see, this is the near future for you, right? This is movement. This is strength and speed, right? It's like that horse galloping forward, making that progress. So do not worry, do not worry. This is a reassurance. Once you reconnect with yourself, you listen to that inner voice and you get to know yourself again, you'll be ready to move. I'm telling you now. So do not worry. You will not lose the plot. You will not lose your progress. So right now, pause, take a breather. And people sometimes think and say, okay, but what's so important? It's just me. I'm always me. I'm here. Remember what I said about the physicality in your body, how it's not always united 100%. It's always together, but not united 100% with your soul, because alignment is always a work in progress. Alignment is so intensely spiritual. So remember that within yourself. So for this month, remember what your journey is. Remember what is important to you, and let yourself be in that space. Understand how important it is to really bring yourself back to you. Your soul wants you to realign again. And there's really nothing wrong with wanting to align with you and listening to that voice. People who look after kids or someone who needs care, you don't always need to check in with a person. You just do because you want to. So show that same concern and care for yourself. You deserve it. Show that same kindness you would to someone who needs that attention, and show that initiative for you. That's it for this month. I hope you find that inner tranquility and that unity with you that has been waiting so long for that action. Approach this month with that confidence, and soon you'll be back on track, I assure you. You look after yourself now, and have a wonderful month. See ya. Wow, I spy with my little eye something blue called Apatite. Hi, rhymes. That is so wonderful. Okay, the Apatite, don't underestimate it just because it's teeny. Well, it does come in bigger sizes, just letting you know. But it is a powerful throat chakra stone that helps you speak from the inside. It helps you speak your truth, your honest truth in what you feel and what you want to show in your heart. It's a different kind of expression when you're trying to tell, say, the bus to stop, to when you're wanting to let a friend know that they said something that actually was kind of hurtful. That's two different kinds of expression. And one is much harder than the other. Let the Apatite be your pal, your buddy at your side, to encourage you to open that door to communicate and let your heart be known. And what is with the Apatite today? This is the Golden Tarot. Hello, lovey. Lovey. Don't say it like that. Oh, so cringy. Let's look at what's happening with the Golden Tarot this month. What's going on with you? Boom! Judgment. Judgment in reverse. Okay. Guess we're not starting on a light note. 9 of Swords in reverse. Oh my goodness. And the 2 of Wands in reverse. Okay. I noticed that you've been trying to make things happen, right? And it feels like you're stuck. Not physically, but within you, there's something that keeps stopping you, making you hesitate. And I recognize that. I see that. I want you to know that you're not alone. That many of the fears and worries that you're currently going through are there, they are in your head, but they are exaggerated beyond what the reality is. I don't want to invalidate what you feel and what you see. I know that, but I'm merely showing you the reality beyond your mind and your heart and what you're seeing. That's why you're still waiting. You're sitting there, you're waiting for that move. You're wanting to go forward. I understand that completely. And I know where this 9 of Swords comes from. It's that judgment, right? You have, may I make this clear now? Can I make this clear? May I make this clear? You have been overexposed to too many opinions right now. Now this is gonna sound a little bit controversial, but this is contextual. The tarot has different guidance for different times and contexts. So when you picked Apatite, this is specifically for you at this time now. Perhaps next month you'll pick something else and may say something similar, maybe not. But right now, just in this context, in this month, you're welcoming too many opinions in your life. While it's so healthy to communicate and check in with the people around us, what they think, to get a second opinion on something that you're doing, something that you are pursuing, right now there's too much. And though the people around us may care about us and show us what they think or tell us what their advice is, sometimes it's not always applicable. It comes from a place of love. Yes, completely. But also, it doesn't change the fact when the advice itself is not appropriate, and they didn't go through the same things as you, they may not know the exact situation as well as you do, and the feelings that come with that. So right now, you need to listen to yourself the most, all right? And while you may ask one or two people for what they think, really bring that last decision to you, okay? That last opinion needs to come from you. That is why there's so many worries and fears that are really being nurtured in a negative way, nurtured in you. It's because they're not from you. They are the projected fears and worries from the people that you were asking for opinions, okay? So it's nestled deep into your psyche, it's grown. So sometimes it's so confusing, you don't even know that it's yours or someone else's. You can't tell the difference because it's already deep in there. That's what happens when you're exposed too much. There is a fine balance between asking yourself and considering what others say. You can't completely dismiss people around you, but it's so easy to forget yourself too. So draw back. Perhaps do cleansing, use selenite or sage, cleanse that anxious, worrisome energy from those people, clear yourself, then sit with yourself and know what you want to say to you. That is what's going to help you to go forward and be confident in that decision. So what comes with the Golden Tarot? This is it's a wonderful imaginative tarot. Wow, I really like this deck. It's so, I probably am getting the name wrong. I'm gonna put that disclaimer right now. It's so beautiful, but I always forget its name. I don't know why. Right, same probably with the horsepower. I think it was horsepower or horse wisdom. One, either or. So, yang. Oh, that's lovely. That's so, that's lovely. They're the orphaned, feeling alone. Feeling unsupported. See? Look how similar those two figures are. My goodness. Come to the edge. Yeah. And that's almost basically the same card as this. So right now, your strength and your determination behind what you do and what you decide will come from you. Nowhere else. It will come from you. So you really need to put yourself in that perspective where you are trusting what you're saying, what you're doing, and bringing that decision to you. So understand that right now it's really important to see how much external influences affected you. And now I know that the original intention was to feel supported, to feel like you really know what you're doing by not only considering your information and what you know, but also what other people around you want to tell you and what they think. But now it had the opposite effect. You feel isolated, unsure, and doubting yourself. That can really happen sometimes when we seek advice. It happens. So you want to regain that yang. You want that power from within, that initiative? The initiative from within that's natural, that you don't need to get from an external source, right? So that you can finally make that leap. The best way is to turn to yourself. You might think, oh God, I feel so alone. Sometimes you need to be alone because it's the only way you'll face yourself. And though this person looks kind of sad where they are, they're sitting there. Do you notice that there's a little face there? Ooh, kind of creepy actually. I like it, but still a little bit, I don't know. You're supported. There's a growth in the background. Look at those mountains, so subtle, but they're peeking out. You're supported, you're strengthened, and you're cared about, right? And you're in a nest, see? So you know, that mother bird will return to you. So remember that you are on strong foundation. Look back at your past achievements. Look back at what you used to do and say. What you could do in such great lengths before. And let that be the external source for your validation. Okay? So sit down, sit with yourself. Let all the emotions out. Cleanse though. Please don't forget to cleanse. There are some external energies there that don't need to be there and aren't yours. But aside from that, listen to what that inner voice has to say. And you'll find that, see, you can see like she's standing up and then she's ready here. It's like a progression. And you'll be ready to come out and pursue that new way. I hope you enjoy this month and that you can start going back to what you want to progress with in your confidence. Look after yourself, and I will see you in the next month. Take care of yourself now. Bye, ya. Well, the Rainbow-Opalite. This is really the colorful option here, I'm telling you now. The Rainbow-Opalite is an all-rounder. That's the best way I can describe this chakra stone. All-rounder. It really can help with your solar plexus and your throat as well, because it helps spark that creativity, that energy when you're really feeling kind of slow and a bit of a lull. All right? So the Rainbow-Opalite brings forth growth in your heart. It springs up joy and happiness and lets you be you. It's one of those things. And it's a favorite, is it? I really need to think about that for a moment. But one thing I can assure you, this crystal is a favorite for many people. I think my sister too. But for me, I think it's a seasonal crystal. And it helps you to see the bright side in many things. That's why there's so many colors in it, right? It lets you see things from different angles and to know the right way to look. So bright, so happy. Now we have the Folklore Tarot. Oh, this was a gift to me. And it's, as the namesake says, it's a tarot about folklores around the world. But the Strength, Page of Cups, and the Empress. But the Empress is in reverse. What an interesting combination. Now, no wonder you picked up a crystal that talks about creativity. Because the Empress herself is about that energy, but she is the other way around. So what does that mean? Right, the Empress in reverse recognizes that the creativity is a little bit slow these days. And it understands that you need to kind of dial it back. Not because you're doing the wrong thing, but you're going at it at too large a scale, right? You do have the capacity to go through it, but start from a different place. Don't start with, I must be creative now, I must create now and go forward now. You're jumping to the action. And while action is great, says me, the earth sign, action is great, may I remind you that it's also just as important to also address your heart. Creativity shouldn't come alone. It comes in a package. It precedes the action, right? Your heart precedes the action. That's why the Page of Cups is that he's the beginning, right? He's the start. He's the youth, telling you and encouraging you to go back to the beginning. What sparked this idea? What sparked this whole venture? Go back to that. Relish in your love for it. And let that be your guide. It's so easy to start from a place where you got these ideas and then you jump straight into the plan and the action, and then you lose yourself in that second part. But remember to carry your heart with you. So let's say maybe you work in construction and you're building something. Okay, you started with the ideas, you sketched from that. It could be building a house, it could be building an art project. But then go back to the drawing board from those first few sketches. Maybe something that you saw a film or something you listened to inspired you. Go back, listen to it again, right? Let it fill your cup. So what brought your heart to this plan? Revisit it. That's why it's that strength. That when the going gets tough with the physical part, it's knowing where your heart is and what powers your whole project in the first place. That will bring you where you need to be and support you. Oh, that's so sweet. I really like that. I really like that. So remember, the inner strength, the strength in the tarot is always about inner strength, not outer strength. Let me make that clear now. So understanding where you need to come from and what you need to engage within yourself, your chakras, to get something done is always the right way. Start with the heart. Start with what sets your heart alight, and that will light the rest of the way in your path to making this happen. Oh, you know, when I tune into these messages, I hardly realize what I'm saying sometimes, and I feel like I'm ranting sometimes because I'm just channeling, I'm just bringing through. But then I catch the tail end of something that I said, I go, whoa, that sounds amazing. That's not me. That's messages. That's spirit. And I love it. So thank you for that. Let's see what your partner is today. It is a Kuan Yin Oracle. Do you know that Kuan Yin has more than one name? So Kuan Yin is her Chinese name, but in Japanese she is called Kanon. Kanon. See, Kuan Yin, Kanon. Similar. Again, we're working with a how do I describe this? Double-sided deck. So we're not looking. We're just seeing. I'm looking at a window, not really looking, so that I can pick in the heart. And look at, oh wow. I really like that. So change is in the air. See, change is in the air. You're shifting mindsets. You are shifting your energy and yourself. And the call of the wild divine. Ah, right. Okay. So this is a reassurance for you. Right now, you can't seem to tap into that energy, the Empress energy. It will come. It's not here right now, but it will come. And it'll kind of toss you off your feet and go, hello, I am here. Sometimes it has a way of doing that, and I like it. I love the spontaneity. And then you keeping it simple. Yeah, keeping it simple. And look at where she's putting her hands, straight to the center, to the authentic self, right? So close to your heart too, right? See, your mind may that you're manifesting your energy or destiny is more difficult, complex than it need to be, yet the guidance is to keep things simple. Okay, so you might think that it's complex because you keep trying, you keep pushing, and you're really getting worried because it's not coming, right? The natural energy you're expecting is not coming, but really it has to be nurtured from within in a certain way, right? So show that kindness to yourself. You know, it will come to support you. Your guides, the forces around you will come to support you in time, but they need to see the authentic, earnest interest from your heart, and then it will toss you up into the air and go, whoa. So do you see the amount of motion in these cards? It's so brilliant, it's so powerful, and you see that is the sunrise. So do not worry, it will come, and it will brighten you and guide you in the next step forward. It's a beautiful message. And really, I think sometimes we do get lost in all the things that we want to do in the external world and what we're feeling in the moment. But we forget to go back to the beginning. We forget to go back to the start, where we know the heart is. We start from the heart most of the time, but then we quickly just forget about it. So please, go back to your heart today and let that be the support that you need. I hope that this month brings you that inspiration straight from your chakra heart space. Let yourself feel a Kundalini energy. I picked that up from this reading so strongly. If you do yoga, this is your sign. Focus around your Kundalini and let yourself be brought into the healthy energy that the universe, I would even say, the person within you wants to show you. It's honest, it's earnest. The universe always is. So let that be your guidance today. I hope you enjoy your day and you move forward in confidence when you need to. You will come back to the path. The energy that you need will come. You simply need to sit and recenter. That's a beautiful message. I hope you look after yourself this month and you enjoy what October brings to you. Remember to take care of your energy. And I'll see you in the next. Enjoy Libra season, by the way. See ya. Prehnite, the heart of all hearts. Look, this is not a well-known stone, right? Prehnite does not get enough love, in my opinion, really. The prehnite itself is a warm green color. It is for the heart. It is tender. It is affectionate, and it holds you in its embrace to let you know that you're safe. When you're trying to heal, when you're simply trying to take it easy on yourself, that is what prehnite is for. He was all about rose quartz, and hey, no hate on rose quartz. They're the heartstones that people know a lot about, but people don't know enough about the gentle warmth that is the prehnite. It's purely for your heart space. Let it come and fill you with that warm energy to cradle you when you need that extra soft touch. I don't know. I was told about prehnite by a friend, and I really didn't know it at first. Even though I was reading tarot already for a while, I didn't know about prehnite. But when I did, when I first touched it and held it, I thought, oh wow. Oh, and also, sorry, I forgot. This is the Tarot of Delphi. So, as we're doing that, what was I saying? Yes, the prehnite really took me by surprise, but I fell for it at first sight. Can't describe it in any better way. So, what is the message? The Hermit in reverse. The Ace of Wands in reverse. We had this in a different reading earlier, actually. And the Siren. Okay, you may get confused. What is the Siren? I don't know what that is. Okay, the Siren is the devil. Yes, Siren is a devil in this deck. It is a Greco-Roman. Let's keep it that way to make it more accurate. Greco-Roman inspired deck. It is named after Delphi, where the prophet of Delphi, the Pythia, would make her prophecies inspired by the divine energy of Apollo. It was hard to get an audience with the Pythia, and she was a sacred symbol. All right, the earliest divinatory figures in history. So, what are you gonna say here with the Siren and the devil? Well, there's something that's tempting you to jump right into it, right? I noticed that there are a lot of people around you that are pursuing similar things, okay? Perhaps they're in that stage of their lives, and they're all seeing in their lives, they're really pursuing a certain pattern, a certain blueprint that society made for them, right? But this is your message to know that you don't need to be like that. May I tell you that? Yeah, you don't need to be like that. And you can determine your energy for you, right? And I think that Ace of Wands there is a really, especially in reverse, it's telling you in that moment that it recognizes that you're getting tempted. You're getting tempted to join along because that's what everyone else is doing. Why not? I mean, it's like high school again. And here's something that you didn't notice though. You feel out of place. The more you try, you want to go along with it, you think this is the right time for it. Of course I should be doing that. Of course that's what's the next step. But you feel really like you're walking on uneasy feet because you are uneasy. And because it doesn't feel right. I understand that, I see that. So, recognize that what's happening around you is a result of people's choices, right? People around you made these choices in their life, and that's okay. That's what they're pursuing. They're entitled to that. But please recognize when you're making steps in discomfort, when something is really not aligning here, no matter how logically it sounds great, mentally it sounds great, but you're not feeling it because you're not meant to be in it. That's what I'm saying. So step back and realign and know what comes from your heart and what you want to do. That's why the Prehnite is there. It's trying to calm your fears from not belonging, calming your fears and not blending in. It wants you to know that it is all right to not go with this flow. See what a strange contradictory piece of guidance that I'm telling you. Sometimes it's okay, go with the flow. Good on you, wonderful. But other times, this is one of those times, you don't need to go with the flow. Stop that flow and find your own. Understand that right now, your feeling of isolation is completely warranted because you are going outside, not challenging yourself to just try something new. You're putting yourself in a completely alien space that you don't feel attuned to. There's a difference. It can seem like a fine line and be confusing at times, but there's a difference. So know that you're feeling out of place because you are. So look at your schedule this week, this month. Look at all the activities that you planned, right? Look at the goals that you're going for. Why do you have them? Ask yourself that. Why do you have those goals? What are those activities for? And follow that. I'm gonna be really, really Greek now. Follow that Socratic questioning. Why? Why am I doing that? And why? What mentality led me to make that decision to do that? Why? And you'll realize a lot of it is deep-seated fears and psyches of not progressing in life as you think you should. All right, let's see what is a partner here. This is the Horse Wisdom Oracle. So beautiful, so amazing. Again, double-sided deck, so let's not look. Let's not look. Let's see what's into the personal power. Okay, Unicorn. I'm managing to somehow, I'm definitely not putting this in the right way. So I'm gonna quickly realign that. Personal power and horsepower. Get it? Horsepower, just, all right. So the personal power is asking you to take back your flowing power. It's asking you to take back your authentic identity and what you really want. Not what other people around you want, which is fine. They can want what they want. But what do you want, right? And now is the time to step into your knowing. So get to know you. The reason why it feels so strange is because you're not meant to be there, and because you're not meant to be there, it's not activating your full power and your energy. It's like trying to wear clothes that don't fit you. You can't walk normally when your pants are too tight. It just doesn't feel right. It doesn't mean that you can't walk or you're not athletic. Maybe you are, but it doesn't change that you're wearing pants that are wrong size. It will still hinder you and not make you feel like you're at full capacity. And you got the unicorn. See, never stop believing in magic. It's the uniqueness that the unicorn brings, and that accept this now. Be kind to yourself. You know that you don't fit in perfectly, right? With what people are. Accept that now. People will see that as a negative. All right, you're welcome to, but don't dishonor yourself by lying to you about what you want. Accept that if you want something different, that's completely all right, and that is for you. And no one else gets to put a stop to that. No one has the right to do that. You're different. That has its struggles. That has its feelings of isolation too. But it's better than not fitting in your skin. Not fitting in your energy. Look at the horsepower. Let's see what this says. Yep, stepping into your personal power spots and not hesitating and relaxing in your identity, because you will find that inner peace when you reconnect with you and what you really want. That's what the cards are telling you. They know this. They know that you need to hear that specific message. So stand up for yourself today. Look around you, acknowledge the differences. What flowing energy are you going along with just because you think you need to? You don't need to. Do yourself that favor. Recognize the differences, accept you are different, and then claim your power and your path. I hope you enjoy this month, and I will see you in the next. Yes, I will see you then. Take care of yourself, and well, put yourself first. You deserve it. See you then. Thanks for joining me in this month. I hope that you see where the cards are challenging you to take a new step, to do something you're not comfortable with, to express something that may not feel natural with you. And that's okay, because it's meant to unlock another part within you. It's meant to bring you to see a new strength that's always been dormant in you. And it's meant to support you in the times that you feel that you're at your limit. You're not at your limit. Maybe you just approach something the wrong way. Maybe you need to step back, recoup, and then reconsider what you're going to do as you go forward. Maybe you just need that pause, right? But it doesn't mean you're less capable. And remember, if there's anything we learn in this month, you are most powerful when you are listening to yourself. When you're giving yourself that space, right, to be you and to understand what you really want. That is the most empowering thing you can do for yourself. So remember that for October. I'm wishing you all the best, that you find what you need in the guidance that there is today, and that you see the importance in being there for you, seeing where you're coming from, and hearing your authentic self. Because that is your best friend going forward. Yes, I'm sure you do have a great best friend too, but you're always going to be with you. So when the universe does challenge you, your strongest ally is yourself, and what you're willing to do for what your heart really wants. You enjoy this month, and I will see you in November. Take care of yourself now. Bye. Cleanse your energy.